Let's see how this conversation goes.
When we joined the business, our parents always gave us the opportunity to explore everything outside, and just because it's a family business doesn't mean you have to join the business. Want to run fast, you will run with the times. अगर आप बोलना चाहते हो कि हाँ सब बराबर है, सब सही है, what's working is great, then nothing will change.
That was the first thing, as someone who is from Gen Z and millennial category of groups, we used to walk into our earlier stores and we used to not like them. Any retail outlet, the first 30 seconds matter a lot. 30 seconds to 1 minute is when your customer has completely judged you and he knows if he's going to make the purchase from you or not. As of now, I mean, the first thing that hits my head is 8 years ago we used to just have grey and brown as colors and transitions. Because see, I'll tell you the reason I focus on transitions. It's in terms of Esla or Expert, of course, their marketing initiatives are fabulous. Their EL 360 program is fabulous. It's the way forward. From a pure business perspective, at the end of the day, you can remove a Krishna and Rahil from this entire organization, and this organization should work efficiently without both of us. That's the whole idea. At this point, we are store owners. We're not an organization. The next way forward is definitely to be a proper organization.
Hello everyone, welcome to Quick Eyes. I am Sachin Puri. So, आज हैं हम मुंबई में, and this is for the first time I will be meeting someone who has a retail legacy of pre-independence era, and we will be meeting the fourth generation, Krishna and Rahil, who are in Mumbai and they are running this great brand. So come, let's meet them.
So firstly, thank you. Thank you for getting us on board for this, and let's see how this conversation goes. You spoke about being pre-independence era. Actually, it was Chennai was the first place where Turakhia as a brand started, and it was started by 4 generations apart. So my great-grandfather and one more great-grandfather. It's a huge family, and again, we are split into a lot of verticals and branches. But Chennai still exists and they're doing a fab job, so that is that. And when what happened is that post Chennai, then we moved to manufacturing in Goa, and we used to have an entire... Yes, in Goa is what we used to have manufacturing. Vita Industries was the name, actually, not Turakhia.
It's quite a famous name during 70s, 80s.
Yes. So that was our manufacturing bit. Now, of course, the whole family is split into different levels of Turakhia, but they're all into retail. Manufacturing is not what we do anymore. But yes, so if you go to Goa, you'll find 3 Turakhia stores there also, handled by my cousin over there, of course. You, of course, have the Chennai family managing the Turakhia over there. And we have 4 stores in Bombay right here. So the store we're currently in is actually one of the smallest babies. It's just 3 years old. But in Bombay, we've been there for the past 30 years. So 95 is when we started. We started Turakhia as a brand here. Then we had one more store in Goregaon. For a long while, we didn't have any other stores. And then we started our 2 new babies. So now we're at 4, hopefully more. And that's how it's going to be.
So then how you have evolved over the period of means, you had 2 stores, now you have added 2 more. And I see you really love the designs of the store also. Ambience. मैं एक बार रात को यहाँ से निकला था, it looked really beautiful when you go here from in the night time. So how you have changed over the period of time in terms of customer preferences also? What all brands do you keep? And something more about how the daily operation works in Turakhia.
That's a lot of questions to answer. I think I'll take one of them.
Oh, wow.
So when we joined the business, our parents always gave us the opportunity to explore everything outside, and just because it's a family business doesn't mean you have to join the business. So you can always choose. So she's worked in Dubai in Jumbo Electronics. I have worked with other other companies before this, and yes. So apart from us, we have 2 other sisters. They all also have worked before somewhere else, and then we've joined the business. It's a very conscious decision that we had taken, that we want to join the business and we want to expand this further. So that's the reason why we had 2 stores now, not before, because we wanted to explore other opportunities, learn about the world, and then join the business and
we need to add value, actually.
Yeah, bring something to the table, to be honest.
Correct.
Rather than just
getting something from, I would say, a different industry definitely adds more value.
100%.
Than just
100%.
So you become more multidisciplinary, I would say.
Correct.
You understand, you can bring things from other industries to our industry, and it's been a good fun journey actually for us.
Hectic.
Yeah.
So How long you have been in this business now?
Me 8 years now. It's been 8 years.
5 years.
So how you feel?
Something interesting. इसके बारे में बात ज़्यादा कर लीजिए. So how you feel like if you compare it with the I would say previous jobs which you were doing and now coming into eyewear, it's very I would say very tricky and very minusculously managed business. बड़ा छोटी-छोटी चीजें, बारीक
But bigger picture you don't see.
Actually, more than eyewear, retail as such, I think is very barik. Like everything, because every order matters.
Correct.
See, where I was working, I was into distribution earlier. For us, it was bulk orders. We were dealing with multinationals, and it was a very different ball game altogether. And systems and processes, what we used to work at. What happens here is everything is so dynamic; it constantly is changing. So we need to form our processes in a way that we need to adapt to these changes. That's what it is.
But eyewear में ऐसा नहीं होता ना. या यहाँ पे भी इतने fast changes हैं.
है actually.
Fashion as such में ही fast changes होंगे, but adapt करना ही तो that's what we have to do.
See, honestly, if you want to run fast, you will run with the times. अगर आप बोलना चाहते हो कि हाँ सब बराबर है, सब सही है, what's working is great, then nothing will change. You have to break things to make something, right? So for that you have to break the current order, and then only you can establish a new order.
Like take store design for example. You commented on how our stores look. That was the first thing as someone who is from Gen Z and millennial category of groups. We used to walk into our earlier stores and we used to not like them. The whole idea was it looked very, very clinical. And at the end of the day, yes, we are a very strong prescription counter, but fashion is what lacked back then, not because of anything. The market was such, the demand was such in a way that prescription and was the main focus at that point in time. So that is what we tried to change. I don't know if we're successful yet. We're too new. I feel we're too new.
So since you come from a different kind of a background, it definitely adds a lot of value in our business. And it's really good. I would say people like us also learn a lot from someone who is coming from a different kind of a background. Definitely adds a lot of value.
And we usually, we tend to take things for granted, but we never realize the fact that we have a legacy opens a lot more doors for us.
Correct.
Like it has been, I didn't have to break into molds which were already, the plate was ready for us. We just had to tweak changes to our personality or suited to our store. So that also has helped us a lot. Like legacy is a pro and a con in a way, because I feel the biggest pro is that like I told you, I don't have to break the doors, they're already open for us. And the con is that we tend to rely on our history a lot. So we have to find that middle ground before
Fine doing that.
Yeah.
So it brings a lot of chaos also. But that is the journey, right? Like if you don't have chaos, then you're not having fun. And we've been having a lot of fun, I would say that. So we've been exploring a lot of new things as well. So for example, when I say that, what I mean is when you walk in the store, as she mentioned, it was very clinical. We wanted to add colors, we want to add more comfort for the customer, and consumer experience should be better. Like each and every experience matters. Like whenever a person walks in, they should not feel that, oh, I have to ask someone to open that tray and find that piece. I can open the drawers. If you see our stores currently, all of our stores are very comfortable for a customer to walk in. The space, we actually think about those things. If a customer walks in, where would they walk in from? What would they do? How would they react? And we want them to be very independent about that. And what actually changes a lot of things for us, because so for example, if you rely on the salesperson only to show you what glasses you want to see, right? What happens, they will be restricted to the colors the salesperson thinks you will wear.
Correct.
Like an owner or salesperson, doesn't matter, right?
Correct.
I would think that, hey, sir, you have come in, I think you were wearing black, you will wear a black or a brown. But now that everything is open for you, you may pick up a green,
Correct.
a different color that you would not have thought of, which would look good on you. So that has changed, I think, for us very well. Like,
so layout design matters a lot.
In any retail outlet, the first 30 seconds matter a lot. 30 seconds to 1 minute is when your customer has completely judged you and he knows if he is going to make the purchase from you or not. There are a lot of other factors, but 50% of the game is literally in the first minute and a half of him walking in.
So you also mentioned that you
a chunk of business about prescription glasses and all. So what normally customer comes and asks, and what your people or you normally pitch in terms of prescription lenses, and how you have seen prescription market also, I would say, growing and expanding in terms of different technology of lenses which are there in market. maybe 8 years before what you started when you entered in this space, and now what?
As of now, the first thing that hits my head is 8 years ago, we used to just have gray and brown as colors and transitions. Because see, I'll tell you the reason I focus on transitions. It's a element of showing to the customer that there is a change. I can talk about various elements of a progressive. I can talk about various elements of an anti-glare or a UV protection, but it's not visible, like tangibly visible to the customer to see. What is that one product where I can show the customer the change? Ye dekho, when you go out in the sun, this is going to get dark, and when you come back in, this is going to not react to the UV and go back regular. So from that to now with S-Law, we have 8 colors. We have amber, amethyst, now my favorite ruby. So I mean,
She's wearing one.
so the fashion element multiplied by the transactional element of a transition is what is currently a very great offering that you can offer to the lens in terms of at least showing the tangible difference. It's not just words, it's not just on the face of things, it is purely a difference which we can show. That's why I personally love this product.
Adding to that, see, when you discuss a design of a progressive, how it's wide, and they can't understand it unless they make it and they wear it. But vis-a-vis when you say about transition, we can show it instantly because you have something to show tangibly.
Like, of course, iCode also helps. All your tools that come with for a press bio patient, all of them help. But this is a very easy conversion on the counter sales. Yes, and mainly not even us. It is also going to be across all my stores. My sales people are very, very comfortable with this product. So that's why it really helps us to penetrate through the last barrier of things. We'll start with the website with you here, your baby.
So the idea to start the website was to showcase what we have in stock, different brands that we have in store, the catalog of the entire store basically. And personally, we all are very averse to online shopping. So we wanted to break the barrier over there. So when you order with us, it's not okay, you know what, you place an order, we would help you with the trials of it. Because see, when you go for your AI generated videos of that particular piece, it doesn't give you that kind of understanding of how it looks and all. But we wanted to break the barrier over there. So we would find a similar face, what would look good on you, and we would suggest options for that. So though it's online, but it's also a lot of suggestions, a lot of assistance over there. And post that, we also have we share the videos of the packaging and how we're gonna send the piece to you, so you know exactly what's coming to you before you get it. So you know there's no surprise over there, no element of surprise over there. So we try to ensure that you get different the whole journey of the process you get to know beforehand. Like for example, if your order is packed, you know it's packed. The moment it's getting shipped, you know it's shipped. You know, get the tracking details right at that instant. So everything with an assistance over there. So it's very comfortable for the person who is making a purchase based out of Mumbai, and they don't know about us a lot. They don't know if they are shopping with the right people. They have the brand authenticity. A lot of questions answered over there, and in that also helps the Google reviews. So
yeah, Google reviews actually had started very, very organically. When we started, we didn't even have a Google page. I'm talking 8-9 years ago. We didn't have a Google page also, and it just started as something first for the maps, and then it started as like a brand page, because back then we didn't have a proper Instagram account. We didn't even have a proper website, of course. So we started Google reviews as just as something that, like, my customer needs to come back to me in a way that I should know that ये उनको अच्छा लगा है, बुरा लगा है, क्या लगा है. It helped us tremendously, because currently we are more than 4,500 reviews amongst between our 4 stores, and the love and appreciation showed by our clients over there is literally when we go back at home at night after a long day, it really helps us. I'm not saying this as a marketing line, but you read the reviews and you feel like, yes, we're doing something right. We're doing something that is working in our favor. So that was the first point of contact where we realized that this is going to work in our favor. That's how we started our Instagram page, or that's how we started our Facebook page. Instagram also, last couple of years, is where we've actually done the traction on it.
Efforts.
Yeah, proper efforts, because like I said, we were also experimenting a lot of things over the years. So then our Instagram page has taken off in the last couple of years. Again, every single organic follower. We don't pressure, we don't unnecessarily buy followers. We are trying to keep it organic, because at the end of the day, what are we doing all of this for? To get business. अगर मैं सिर्फ numbers बढ़ाने के लिए बढ़ा दूँ, it's pointless. So that's why I feel like that also. And again, we are still a work in progress. I'm not saying that we've achieved brilliantly, but we are still a work in progress in that. And we hope to do much better with that as well.
Also, we can share from our audience, like specifically Instagram. Is it one of the social media tool in which you need to put in very less money to get organic growth for the store? Because building up a website and all,
Everything needs money. Everything needs money.
So over here, I would like to mention that, see, just for the heck of it, I've seen a lot of people open an Instagram account, but that's not the case. Like, you need to have a thought behind it. You need to put in efforts, understand, make a plan properly, that what do you want to achieve from Instagram. See, every tool out there is going to help you out, but you need to have a plan, like what do you want from Instagram. So if that is the case, like you want to showcase your new collection, you want to reach out to new audiences, you want to showcase how you do in the store, how a customer's visit is, how they feel making a purchase with us. So if you have a plan, then it makes sense. For the heck of it, everyone can open a page and 4 दिन मेहनत सब करते हैं. बाद में, if you don't get results, you feel bogged down and you stop. But if you don't have a plan, then you will always feel that.
It needs effort, and it needs consistent effort.
Yeah, correct.
See, I'm not saying that we've also been very consistent with it, but we have in the last couple of years, because we've seen that it helps us in the long run. You will not get any short-term benefits out of it, but it's a long-term game at the end of the day. SLR is a part of our DNA, actually. You have to understand, when I first started learning I come from a business background. So when I first started learning about lenses, or first started understanding lenses, is what we started was with SLR. So like I said, all of us are basically, SLR is our brand DNA now, to be very honest. And in terms of SLR Expert, of course, their marketing initiatives are fabulous. The EL 360 program is fabulous. With SLR Luxottica now in play, they're pretty much a monopoly in all of our stores. So I mean, that sums it up completely.
So I normally ask this question because I have a couple of followers who are optometrist salesperson and all from stores, but I have been to a couple of universities also. But when I think of students are not like market ready. So I really want to know that people like you, who are the owners and directors of the different retail stores. So how do you look, what you look up in an optometrist before you hire, or a salesperson before you hire, so that when they come out, they should be market ready. It shouldn't be like, it should know at least decent enough knowledge about what is selling and what is not selling, how they need.
See, to be honest, over here, I would mention that when a person joins, like we hire a lot of people, and optometrist, salesperson, what we look for specifically is the freshness that they get in. See, you don't need to know everything in the world, right? But the honesty and the candidness, along with tenacity to learn something new. You could be the topper over there, you could be the last bencher, and you've not studied well. It doesn't matter, right? Because over here, you get the entire opportunity to learn everything fresh. As long as you are ready to learn and adapt. Because see, over here, what happens, this is not some job where you can give your answers later if a customer walks in and asks you a question. Your presence of mind should be there. If you don't know, it's okay. There's no pressure to learn everything right away. But that approach to find the answer, to look for that, is what matters the most.
It's how well you adapt to the training also.
Exactly.
I mean, we will train you, but how well you grasp it, that's one of the biggest qualities we see in someone new.
Previous places where I've worked, one of the principles was act like an owner. And I always feel that's very essential for any employee who joins. Because if they don't feel like they're acting like an owner, that means you share the responsibilities. You take the onus for something. If something's not working, you can't just shrug away, it's not my responsibility. Everything And because we try to give autonomy to every staff, be it a peon, be it a salesperson or an optometrist, we try to give autonomy to everyone to bring in their perspective also and take charge for things. And we have seen people grow from peon to a salesperson, and they're doing fantastic.
Yeah, they've
And
done really well.
As long as they are willing to learn. So
We've had guys with us right from the start. So 30 years, I have 3 guys in one of my oldest stores who are there from 95 till now. They've been with us. And they have adapted. They have adapted to an age where mobile phones did not exist, and they have adapted to an age where they're right now sending out WhatsApp messages to their client. So they have adapted, and we have adapted to change. That's what it's all about.
It's all about adaptation. Like, how do you adapt to the next thing that's going to hit us?
So, how do you see, since you come from a different background also, how do you see eyewear in India getting evolved over the period of time? अगले 5 साल में क्या लगता है आपको? What is something new you think would come in?
So over here, I'll tell you one thing, which we have been noticing as a change. Up till now, eyewear was always something which was, for prescription, that I have a vision issue or, that's why I'm wearing. But now if you see the change, light tinted lenses, a lot of things have come in. Now the awareness part, that which we are happy and we are educating the customer is, you may have 15 bags, 15 pair of your shoes, but glasses one. Over here the change is because
Bombay is still not developed to that stage.
So we are trying to educate the customer over here that the first thing a person sees is your face, and you're not investing on that, right? Be it the fashion element, be it the technological part, you're going to see through the eyes. So it's very essential you go for the good lenses, right? You may.
Yeah. So again, we saw it one of the events yesterday in transition events only. The medtech industry, or when it comes to wearables, all of that is definitely going to be the change in the consumer perspective. From the business perspective, I feel the more we are reliant on systems and processes is the way forward. From a pure business perspective, at the end of the day, you can remove a Krishna and Rahil from this entire organization, and this organization should work efficiently without both of us. That's the whole idea. At this point, we are store owners. We're not an organization. The next way forward is definitely to be a proper organization.
I think that's something which everyone should follow in the industry first.
Yeah.
Really nice look. Great, yeah, thanks. So I didn't thought that it would be so much interactive. So really lovely meeting you.
Same here.
Yes.
For the first time.
Yes.
I'm sure that I'm coming up next time also.
Thank you.
Definitely. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much for having us on board.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely, sir.
Pankti.